thank you for joining me on 8 I Am Maggie. So I really appreciate you joining me here. So I have talked about the forbidden knowledge, Billy Carson's upcoming conference, Manifest Your Destiny. There's going to be Elizabeth and Antonia are going to be working on trauma release, all kinds of things trauma. And by the time you come out of that conference, you will be released from your trauma and you'll be upscaling. You will not be wasting your energy on low level things, and you'll be able to do high level things. It's really important. If you do read the book, The Body Keeps the Score, that just is a very great body, very great book, great body of work that basically shows that, you may not be aware of it, and the mind, the body tries to protect you, and it'll basically kind of wall it off, but the body is always speaking. And so you can sometimes do affirmation over affirmation and slick it over, but if we don't get to the root core, the subconscious and the deeper being is going to fight against it. So one of the things I just wanted to highlight in this video, because it really struck me, Mike Rashid was talking in one of the videos, and they were promoting the Manifest Your Destiny conference. And one of the things he said really stuck out to me. He talked about making stress your bitch. So basically, instead of letting stress stress you, taking the stress, transmuting it, and using it for energy to get your business goals done, your health goals done, your life done, eating healthy, all these things, because we're whole. We're not trying to just have money and be sick. We're trying to be wealthy, healthy, loved, respected, protected, all that. We're higher order values. So he made a really powerful comment, and I'm really encouraging you all to get to this Manifest Your Destiny conference on January 25th. Sign up if you haven't signed up yet. But he talked about taking, he said, make your post-traumatic disorder into post-traumatic growth. And so he was talking about, when we have that trauma, we have that abuse, we have that moment of extreme stress, how the pupils dilate. Think about it. Your hairs go up, your sympathetic gets into shape, your blood pressure goes up, and you're on alert. And that's part of why you just get so wiped out. Because if you don't know how to switch out of that mode, you're going to be constantly running on the trauma mode, the abuse mode, and then you're like a beacon for this, and you're just going to be attracting more and more chaos and different things. So I love that, post-traumatic growth, because a lot of times in the world, the medical field, and nothing against the medical field, we love you, but it's always kind of like, take a pill, take some Xanax, take some trazodone, take some antidepressants, Prozac, Elixir, all these things. But really, it's kind of just suppressing what needs to come out. If we can release the trauma, you ain't going to need any of that. You're not going to need the alcohol. You're not going to need all the other things that you might be doing. And so he, in this day and age, they keep trying to program you. Oh my God, you have post-traumatic stress, you have post-traumatic disorder, disorder, right? Like, these are programs, and the body is listening. The mind is listening. It's going to go out in a track to make that stuff true. The heart gets out of coherence. It's just so unhealthy. And I really love that, because when you are training an athlete, or you are studying for like a degree that you don't have, like say for instance, finance or nursing, there's a point where you don't know you can do it, and then you keep doing the work, and all of a sudden you change on a dime, and even though the whole time you might not believe it, you have willed it, and you have made the decision. Like Reverend Ike says, right here and right now, I am getting this nursing degree. Right here and right now, I'm getting this finance degree. Right here and right now, I am making every choice to be healthy, wealthy, and loved. You make that decision. So as you're doing it, even though you're like walking through it, you're moving from that pole of fear, and you're using courage to walk away from fear. As you do that, and you start to like manifest that, and you're just clear that this is what I'm going to do. The 3D is noise. I'm going to not look at it, and I'm going to walk in the direction of my dreams. Your body, your mind, your life is going to get in alignment with that. So if you're thinking, oh my God, I have post-traumatic stress, I have post-traumatic disorder, and you're constantly railing that in, that is a hopeless thought. And there are a lot of teachers out there who tell you hope is a beggar. So when you look at the scale of consciousness and you're moving up from like shame to guilt, and you're moving to courage and moving, sometimes you gotta, like, some people say, oh, anger is bad, but anger is better than shame and guilt. And when you're moving through those poles, you realize, oh wow, when somebody's in shame and guilt and they're apathetic and all of a sudden they get angry, it's a little bit exciting. As long as you are venting your anger appropriate, you're not harming others. But you start to realize the moment that they get anger, they're moving towards courage. And once they get past courage, they're going to move into love and compassion and all these higher order values, and their life is just going to switch frequencies. So I'm just saying that as we start to move through these things, we make these choices and we propel ourselves in the direction of our dreams. Instead of thinking I have this thing that is hopeless and can't be helped, start programming yourself now, before the conference and forevermore, that I am in post-traumatic growth. I'm not going to let this traumatic or abusive or negative or depressive situation bring me down. I am going to grow come hell or high water. I'm going to grow right here and right now, as Reverend Ike would say, right here and right now. I am going to grow. I'm going to take that energy, those dilated pupils, that increased blood pressure, that increased alertness, and I'm going to use it to make my dreams come true, to make my purpose come true. I'm going to use it to propel me in the direction of my dreams. So, you know, mindset is everything. When you study Hermetic principles, Kabbalion, they tell you that the world is all mental. And since things manifest as we observe, and what we expect to observe is what we will see, let's all see that we are in a growth spurt. And if there is post-traumatic anything, it's done. We are moving into growth. So don't let those titles, those spells get you down. Break those chains right now in the name of your Creator, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Thoth, in the name of the universe, and walk boldly in the direction of your dreams. Okay, so I want to thank you so much for joining me. Remember, we are in a growth spurt, and we are going to be growing, and we're going to be doing everything that we came here to do. No holds barred. So when you do get a chance, please hit that like and subscribe and leave your positive comments. I really appreciate your support. And you know what's next. We know what's next. Be safe.